Good evening, everybody. It's Friday night. Race chase number 4 tonight. High Octane Sim Series. We are at Pocono tonight. These guys are currently qualifying.
Yeah, I tried to qualify and I hit the wall on both of my laps.
So far, the 87 car is on the pole. Still got about a minute or so left in qualifying, I believe. Matt will not be joining us tonight. He is sick, and I think he said one of his relatives has COVID, so he's gonna stay close by the phone. I guess it's one of his elderly relatives, so it's never a good thing. Brody might be joining us later on tonight. It does look like Derek Shelling in the 87 car will be on the pole for tonight's race. I'm going to scroll down through the list here and let you guys take a look at it. Got about 18 cars starting tonight's race. Pretty decent sized field. Points are pretty close with Parker Collins and Riley Hoots. I believe there's a 14-point gap between the two. Last week at Las Vegas, if you missed it, you want to go back on YouTube or the Facebook channel and watch that race. That was non-stop action throughout the whole race. Tonight, I think this field is going to get spread out with only 18 of them racing tonight. It's going to get spread out, I believe.
Never done that before.
Yeah, good luck there, Shilling.
Yeah, he's hearing our voice chat during practice like, oh my God, I can't believe you got a 53 flat. And here he is, or 54 flat, and here he is going a tenth faster and qualified.
Excuse me, guys. I'm trying to get rid of these guys real
Listen, I
quick.
don't understand where that came from.
Gotta calibrate this thing just to get these guys unmuted. Not sure why. I thought I'd done that before the race, but Alright. I apologize. I don't know why I kept on doing that. I didn't want to, did not want the viewers to hear the drivers. Pretty kind of annoying, especially if they start arguing and stuff. It's just, doesn't look good. Anyway, the 87, Derek Schilling's on tonight's pole. In the 42, you got Allen. Nick Compton looks like he's going to start at third. I'm a bit surprised, though, that
Green flag.
Parker Collins ain't in the top 5. Green flag is out. The 87 gets a pretty good roll off, and so does the 42. See these guys fan out. Pretty big field tonight. Nick Compton not using that high side, that momentum he's got. He's going to give the 42 a pretty good push. Double wide throughout the field. 45 going backwards just a little bit. The 31 is going to bring out a yellow. First yellow of the night. That looked like Zachary Compton. Let's be sure. Try to. Yep, Zachary Compton, that 81 car, brings out the first caution of the night. Let's go back and see what happened here. Looks like the 87 may have just came up just a little bit. These guys do get one fast 3 pair. Luckily, it don't look like too much damage there for Zachary. Remember guys, stage 1 ends at lap 35 tonight. Stage 2 ends at lap 70. Final lap of the race is 120. Next week we will crown a champion at Homestead down in Miami, Florida. Hopefully Matt and Brody will be joining us for that one. Should be exciting. Season 2 starts, scheduled to start February 18th at Daytona 500. Season 2 is scheduled to start the 18th of February. It's could change, I'm sure. We'll leave that up to the officials, and if that's the official scheduled date, then that's when we'll have the Daytona 500 for Season 2. It's been a really good season. These guys started back in October. Seen a lot of great battles throughout the year. I'm just a little bit surprised though to see Collins as far back as he is. He might be trying to play a little bit safe, or he may have not have gotten a good qualifying run there, but showing him 14th currently. Long ways to go though to make up some spots. See, the lights are finally off in the pace car. These guys are going to get double file once again. See Zachary Compton, he's all the way back here toward the back. This is a little bit smaller field than what we usually have. Usually there's about 20 to 25 guys that show up each Friday night. 18 showed up tonight, so not too far off of what we've averaged. See what Alan Bledsoe in this 42 can do. He's going to have Nick Compton in that 80 car to his outside. It's good to see Brian Clark up here in that 31 car. He's usually one of those guys that hangs around halfway through the pack. Good to see him up here in the top 5, mixing it up some. Green flag's back out. Alan Bledsoe is going to get it rolling here, and Hoots is going to be in that 25. He's going to stick right behind him. I thought they might have gone 3 wide there, but they didn't. They chose better of it. It's too early for that. 42 of Bledsoe. He's going to get a pretty good run through turn 1 here. He's going to bring it down on this little straight stretch here. Clark's going to go to the inside of the 45 car. That's Darian. I thought Compton in that 80 was going to hit that outside wall, but he stayed off of it. Pretty close call there for him. The 45 looks like he's starting to make a move on the 80 car. And here comes the 77, putting some pressure on the 30, 45. 28, 77. Bledsoe continues to lead. Compton's trying to put some pressure here on Hoots. All over his back bumper in that Chevy Camaro. Looking back at the 45 now, and he's going to go low. Not sure if you guys saw that, but the 45 hit that yellow line, that apron, and he had to check up. 31, he almost collected there. We got a battle for seconds. Compton's going to go to the inside of Hoots. Compton moves up to second. Hoots falls back to third. Parker Collins is starting to march forward here. No surprise there. He's looking to make a pass on the 10 car on the outside. He's going to be able to do it pretty easily, I think, but the 10 has got a little bit of momentum coming back. Now they're side by side. Parker takes over that spot there. See everybody just about single file. I feel like this place can be hard to pass at certain times. You really got to be patient, know when to catch these guys and make the pass. John Trainer. He had a good little battle last week at Las Vegas. Was unable to capture the win. You can see that there really ain't much baking into this track like we see at other places. Looking at this driver's onboard view here, he's going to put the bumper, get up close and personal right through here. Alan Bledsoe continues to lead as the Compton and Hoots has a pretty good battle going on for second. Hoots is going to try to take second place back away. Meanwhile, the 45 sent back there in fourth. He's kind of lurking, wanting to see what these two do in front of him so he can try to make a move on one of them. This track is all about drafting. It's really want to stay in the draft as long as possible. See Bledsoe there though. He's not really getting away by much as the 25's underneath the 80 car here. 77 underneath the 45. Here comes the 54 of Parker Collins. At that first caution was talking about how he was back there in 14th or 15th position. Now he's up here inside the top 10. Ooh, that was close there for Hoots. Hoots is losing a little bit of ground right now. I think his tires might be going away just a tad on that Chevy Camaro. See Compton there, he hits the wall just ever so slightly, and that's going to allow the 77 to have a pretty good run, and so does the 25, but the Hoots had to back out of it. He had no place to go. Compton was pretty much a running roadblock at that point. 77's in front of the 80, and the 54 of Parker Collins giving the Compton a pretty good push as the 25's looking low underneath Collins here. And these guys are really starting to get dicey. You can tell that the tires are going away. And Alan Bledsoe in that 42 car, though, up front, he's loving this. He's loving that these guys are battling because it's allowing him to not use up so much tire, and he can take it easier than some of these other guys who are battling in dirty air and have other cars around them. You see the yellow on the back of the spoiler or on the windshield. That lets you know that these guys are in the playoffs. So you can see it's a mixed bag. 31 and 80 are not in the playoffs. Here comes Hoots though in that 25. He's not giving up. He's fighting back for second once again. He's fighting the 77 here as they battle down the front stretch. 77 is a newcomer, I believe. He joined the league this past week, I believe. Trying to get ready for next season. This is such a big racetrack. Never been to it, and honestly, I don't ever plan to go since it's so big. You need binoculars just to see the racing, and you wouldn't see it very long once they get onto the front stretch anyway. Be hard to see them on the back stretch. Even through the tunnel turn. So Collins moved up to second. Hoots falls back to third. 77 is going to go to fourth, and Clark to fifth. That's going to round out your top five right now. See, just about everybody went through there. Keith Fallen, though, he's way back here. He's one of those other playoff guys that needs a good night. So far, he's struggling early on. See if he can get that turned around. Nick Compton in the 80 car, he's a guy losing spots. I believe he really burned up his stuff there battling those other guys, and he's fallen well beyond where he was earlier. He restarted second. There's our pole sitter, the 87, Derek Schilling. He also lost some spots. Battle for the lead coming up. Parker Collins and Riley Hoots is really gaining on the 42 here. They really chased him down. I believe Allen may have also been one of those drivers who may have used up his stuff just a little too much, as Parker is trying to put the pressure on him now. Parker's kind of staying off of him right now, just being patient. There's really no need to get in a hurry. Oh, that did not look good at all. Let's go back and kind of see what transpired there. New leader, the 25, is going to take over the race lead there. Let's go back and watch this thing here. So Allen, the 42, is in the lead. He's going to bounce off that wall. And really no place to go. Collins got pretty lucky he didn't get more damage than he did, if he got any out of that. Riding on board with Parker. They definitely made contact. So now Bledsoe, he's on pit road. Riley Hoots in the 25 machine, he continues to lead after that contact with the wall with the 42 and 54. It might be okay though for Riley, not for Riley, but for Alan Bledsoe, because these guys got a stage coming up at the end of lap 35. Ryan Clark in this 31 car, he's trying to march forward and get the top spot. Pretty good outing for him though. It's probably his best I've seen him run all year long. See the damage though. Looking back at Parker, you see his front end's got a little bit of damage on that right front, which would be, looking back at, would be our left. That damage though is definitely going to hurt how his car is going to handle. It's really taking that handle away, and you can see him, he's falling back quite a bit. Battle for the lead is Brian Clark in the 31. He's going to try to go for it. He's making a move to the inside. Still door to door. Hoots might be able to have the run off going down this little straight stretch here. Still side by side at 77. He's there hoping that these two don't wreck in front of him because he does not want to be caught up in that. Hoots is not making it easy for Clark here to pass him. Fighting him pretty good right here. 31 is just going to tuck back in line. 77's now has some momentum and he's trying to go take that second spot away. Brian's going to try it once again down here on the front stretch. See some cars there on the top of your screen coming into pit. Clark and Hoots side by side once again. Seems like these guys are pretty equal right now. Hoots there scraped the wall, but he didn't hurt his momentum at all. The 31 had tucked back in line once again, and here comes the 77. Now 77's looking low. No place to go, and here they come back on the front stretch once again. Pretty good battle for the lead. It's three guys duking it out. Just about 9 laps left until the stage break. Here comes these three guys coming into pits. It's very important to get it slowed up, and you can see that there Clark in the 31, he had trouble coming in. He hit that wall there on pit road. May not have too much damage, just kind of give a bird's eye view of these three going into the pit stall. See the right side car is up for the 31. 25, he's looks like just got a little bit of gas and he's away. 77's also on pit road, and here comes Parker. He's also leaving his pit box. 31 must have a pit road speeding violation. May have came in just a little too hot as he's still on pit road there. You got our Daytona 500. Felix, he's leaving pit road or coming onto pit road. I apologize, coming in his pit box now. Don't see nothing going on. Maybe just a little bit of gas, and that's about it. Just enough to get you to the end of the stage here. Looks like for the moment, Wilson is our race leader, and he's coming onto pit road now. It's going to hand the lead back over to Hoots. Sure, Wilson's going to probably just be gas and go. Just a handful laps away until the end of stage 1. Collins is back on pit road. That's quite interesting. Not sure what happened to Collins, but it's interesting for sure. What a miss this is back here. We got the 81, the 45, the 8, the 88, and 09 all out here battling for positions. Trying to find Hoots. There we are. Just kind of watching the lap times and the gap between first and second. I knew that they were close. I just wanted to see it for myself. Almost a 4-second gap now between first and second. See, Keith Fallon though, he made up a little bit of positions there on the green flag pit stop. I assume he was near the back. Now he's up here in the 9th spot. He needs another decent points night. He really needs a great points night if he wants to close that gap in, and he needs to have bad luck happen to the 54. That's the gap between first and second. So we're not really trying to pay attention to the whole lot to these two because it's just nothing really to talk about. We'll try to keep it on the action the best we can. As Compton, he's going to go by Medina here. Take the 4th spot away. Like I said, once these guys pit, these drivers get spread out and not much action happening on the racetrack. This track is so huge, it's kind of hard to keep the action going. 120 laps, I feel like it's quite a bit for this racetrack, as big as it is. Pretty good battle going on between Lewis and Trainer right here. See John, he's really trying to dig in here and get this position. Hell yeah, this is gonna work out pretty good for Hoots, as he's gonna win stage 1. This should be the last slot of stage 1 now. This would be great points night. He needs to gain, and that, in fact, is going to be the end of stage 1. Hoots is your stage 1 winner. Hey Riley, it's John up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on your stage 1 win.
Thank you.
You gained some valuable points on Parker, and I think you had a 14-point gap that you needed to make up, and that stage 1 definitely helps out.
Yeah, that was exactly what I needed to happen there. Feeling really good about this piece tonight. Feeling good about my pace over the long run. I think this is going to be a great opportunity to close that gap.
Yeah, I mean, anything's possible. You see that the 42 kind of got into the outside wall, and Parker was right there and really had no place to go. And it's just part of the racing deal that needs to happen for some of these other guys to have a chance at winning the championship next week.
Yep, I got really lucky I wasn't closer to get caught up in that. Parker, it looked like, was just inches away from avoiding the 42 there. So it was a lucky break for me, but we just got to keep capitalizing on this stuff all night.
All right, well, good luck to you. We'll let you go.
All right, enjoy the show.
Pit stops. Happening now. Championship race once again, folks. Next Friday night. Homestead, Miami, Florida. Or Homestead, Florida, yeah. Then also next Wednesday night down in Miami. 3 Wide Racing over on the PlayStation 4 side. It would be my final broadcast for those guys over there, as I will be transferring to night shift the week after. I will continue to broadcast this league though on Friday nights, I'm on night shift because I'm off on Friday nights, so it's just hard to broadcast Monday through Thursday night whenever I gotta be at work. So that's really unfortunate that I won't be able to finish out their season. But you can go back and watch some of the races I've done for those guys over there on the PlayStation 4. 3 Wide Racing. Also, you can tune in next Wednesday night. Check it out. Hey, Parker, you got me? Hey, Parker, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
That's bad luck there at the start of stage 1 for you with the 42 hitting that outside wall. But I think you got pretty lucky though. You didn't get more damage than you did.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. Just place, wrong time. I really started to qualify and messed up both my laps. Had to start from the back, but yeah, we just have to work our way back to the field again. Hopefully, don't get caught up in anything else and get some stage points at the end of the stage.
Yeah, the good news is, though, that you are back on the lead lap, so that should help you out quite a bit to get back up through this field.
Yeah, it'll definitely help. Just sucks we got stuck behind the 8 ball again, but still a long race. A lot can happen, so we'll just take it one lap at a time.
Alright, well, good luck. We'll let you go for this restart coming up. Good luck to you.
Yep, thank you.
Lights are off on the pace car. Getting ready for start of stage 2. I really thought that Brody was going to join us, but maybe he will later on. He told me earlier when he was messaging me that he'd be on time or close to it, but we're starting stage 2. Where are you at, boy? Green flag is away. So is Hoots and Bledsoe. Double file from third on back. See Medina there in that black and purple tin car. He really checked up out of it to fall back a spot. And the 45 in that bright yellow car pushing the 09 there. I thought he was going to take it 3 wide, but he does not. Fallen though is really starting to move forward. That's maybe what he was needing, just to fill out his car for that first stage, and hopefully it'll come to life in the second stage for him here. Felix in that 5 car is starting to make some ground up. He's one of those other playoff drivers that needs a really, really good point night to make some ground up on Parker. 42 is sideways. He's going to save it though. Let's see what else we got going on back here. I believe that was the 28 who's also went sideways. Let's go back and watch what happened. .42 once again bouncing off that wall. It's a pretty nice save though. That's really, really unfortunate of him. Here comes Darian in that 45 out of Tiny Dog team. He's teammate with Parker. Derek Schelling in that 87 car, he's going to take the lead back over. He started on pole. He lost a lot of track position, and now he is back out front. Felix, he's underneath the 45, trying to take third away. And here comes Zachary Compton, who is involved in our first wreck of the night. He's back inside the top 10. See Hoots in 25, the 45 battling really good, and here comes the 5. He's trying to go low and take third away. Battle for the lead as Hoots is looking low, but he gets a little bit loose off turn 3 there. .45 is going to go really, really high here. It's going to allow the 5 to really close in. He's going to try to take that third spot away, and it's still door to door. You want to be aggressive on these restarts because once it stays green, this field, it really gets strung out here, and it's not a whole lot of action going on after that. So you want to make your moves early in the race on restarts. Great driving by all of these guys. I know it's a long race. You get hot, you get exhausted, but they're doing a really nice job of staying off one another. See here, Parker, he's going to give that push to the Zachary, then he's going to go with his teammate here in the 45 and give him a little push as to go down to turn 1. Oh, and the 80 gets in the back of 45, and he does save it. Meanwhile, let's go back out front. There's a battle. There's a wreck going on. The 80's around. 48, he's around. That is going to bring out a yellow.
Tell me what you got.
See the 48, he's really, really high at that point. still has no place to go, and 80 may have came up just a little. Kind of hard to tell from that angle. That's all she wrote, folks. Derek Schilling, your race leader. Riley Hoots runs second. Third is Felix. Fourth, Zachary Compton. Fifth, ladies and gentlemen, is Parker Collins. Medina, sixth. Lewis, seventh. John Trainer, also up here as well. Pit stops are underway. Been a solid race so far, I think. Not a lot of chaos. When these guys are stuck in a pack like they have been, they produce really good racing. Double file. Waiting for this restart. Hope most of you are having a good weekend. I have to work tomorrow, so once this race is done, I will be getting off and going to bed. We start work an hour earlier than we do throughout the week, whenever we work on the weekends. And it's snowing outside. It's been snowing off and on all day. When I went to work this morning, it was snowing. I saw a few slide-offs. Semis slid off the road, off the interstate right in front of me, so It's always a joy to drive in the snow.
Green.
Green flag's back out. Derek finally clears Riley. Here comes John making it 3 wide for third. Medina right wisely backside of that. Felix up to third. John and Medina battling it up for fourth. Parker on those fresher tires in fifth. Oh,
Call.
that is going to be a YOLO.
We have got a very, very difficult official this week, so make sure we're minding our P's and Q's.
This could have been a lot worse than it actually was. .25 just goes up and makes a little bit of contact with the 87, spins him around. Looks like he was trying to side draft the 87 there and didn't work out how he thought it was going to. Let's go back and how the 77 reacted to this mess. You can see there on the screen, he's out of the gas, he goes low, and then he just gets hit. I believe he got hit by the 31. On board with the 31, he saw this unfold. Really unfortunate there for Derek. He's out there battling for the lead. Believe they are giving Hoots an EOL, or he may be asking for one on this since he brought out that caution. For those of you that don't know, an EOL stands for end of line. So he'll go back to the line here and restart in the back. So that's going to bring Felix, now your race leader. Let's see what kind of magic he can work with this clean air. I'm gonna ride with John on this restart. He's gonna be restarting third on the inside line.
Green flag.
Green flag's back out. I'm a bit surprised though that the 5 and the 28 didn't take off together. They are teammates. I think if I was a 20, I would have been a little bit closer to that 5's bumper. Medina, he's trying to get a piece of the action up here for the lead. He's up here all over the back bumper of the 5 car. Gets a little loose, has to check out of it. That's going to allow Parker Collins to move up into second. battle for the lead. Parker does have the fresher tires, I believe. We'll see how it plays out here as he's going to ride behind the 5 here for a little while, it looks like. Nice onboard view of Parker. Gets a little loose coming off corner exit. Has to get out of it. Still pushing the 5 down the back stretch here. Front stretch, I mean. Goes down in turn 1. Tries to let the car roll as long as possible before you got to get back into the throttle. Parker's going to clear him here off through the tunnel turn. He's going to take the lead. Here comes Zachary Compton, that 81 car. He's not giving up yet. He's in 3rd, sandwiched between two teammates. C5, it's a little high. It's going out of 45 to get a pretty good run. It's going to pass 5 pretty easily. He hits those rumble strips and he moves up the racetrack. You can see his back end slide out from under him. 5's got the momentum coming back since 45 didn't get a decent run into 3. Battle for the lead up front as Compton looks like he's trying to put some pressure on the 54 here. 5 trying to make his way back around the 45, and here comes the 28. The 28 John Trainer is going to come with this teammate. No, he decides not to push him. I really thought that John was going to push his teammate. Now these
Caution's out. Talk me through your lap one time real quick.
yellow on the racetrack once again. That's Clarkin, the 31, who's got some heavy damage. Riding with Clark. I had no place to go. See how there 25 and 87 was just in a tight battle. Not sure what that's all about. Tough to say. So that does bring out the 8th caution for tonight. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend we got NFL playoffs continue as the Bengals take on the Chiefs and the 49ers take on the Rams. Winner of each game will head to the Super Bowl. Double file once again. You can see some of the couple of drivers further on back catching up to the field. It's going to be really interesting to see what happens with Parker. He's going to be the race controls. He can go, I believe they can go any time the pace car goes off. Could be wrong on that. But tonight, he's been in dirty air most of the night. And just a handful of laps ago, he got the lead. He had Compton there in the 81 putting some pressure on him, but it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. Parker is going to have his teammate there in the 45 behind him on this restart, so that's going to help him out, give him a little push here, get going.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out. Collins gets a pretty good restart. Darian in that 45 is going to take second away pretty easily. You can see the 1-2 move to the top side, and Compton, he's going to fall back to third. Battle was on for between teammates there for the 4th position. Another set of teammates battling out the 10 and the 87. Battle for the lead is Compton. He's trying to put some pressure on Parker here.
Yellow.
Yellow is out. That will bring
Cody,
out
got
our
going on up here,
9th caution for tonight. Hell yeah, it seems like restarts bring cautions. See if we see anything that may have transpired fire to bring out this YOLO. Ah. Watch Nick Compton here in the 80s since he's involved. Looks like he had a pretty good shot of what may have happened. Derek line in the 88. Looks like Compton tried to make it 3 wide and there was not enough room, and some of these guys just did not have any place to go. Riding on board with Nick Compton here. It's one of those deals trying to be patient. And like Nick may have ran out of patience there. He tried to make it 3 wide, no place to go, and he thought he had a hole opening there for a moment. He decided to close back in on him. Seems like this place takes forever to get around. Looks like we got 2 cars that have retired from the race tonight. Compton in the 80 and Brian Clark in the 31. Looks like they've called it quits for tonight. Nick Compton in the 80, I apologize. He called it quits, not his brother. His brother is up here in second. There's about 53 laps to go in this race. for anybody that may be just joining in, we are only in stage 2. Pace car is off.
Green flag.
See what Collins can do here. Compton's got a pretty good run on that outside, and he's going to take second away from Darian there. Darian's fighting back. Compton drove it in just a little too deep there and washed up the racetrack.
Caution, caution, caution.
It's going to bring out
Real quick and then tell me what you
caution
got.
number 10 tonight. It's Keith Fallen back there. He's smoking. So if we can go way back here and pick up Keith, here he is. Got the 77 coming. Tough break for some of those guys. That's going to do it for stage 2, folks. Parker Collins is going to be a stage 2 winner. Pit stops. Once these guys are done pitting, we will bring in Parker and possibly a few others. Gotta be really careful not to speed coming down pit road. Compton is gonna take fuel only. Still got Hoots on pit road. 8 car coming off. 48 still on as well. Derek in the 87 car, he's also on pit road still.
No, I didn't think he at all, actually.
Hey Zach, it's John up in the booth, you got me?
Oh, hey, John, what's up, buddy?
Hey, it's a nice little fuel only there to try to get in front of your teammate Parker there. I see you guys have been battling out there pretty good.
Yeah, I tell you, man, it's hard to even pass people, it seems like, but I figure I'd do a little bit different strategy. I didn't really run the tires hard there, so I figure, try to save as much as I could, and so just take the fuel only, and we'll just see where it ends up at, so.
Yeah, you guys are pitting on a pretty good show. It seems like we kept on having caution after caution there for a little while, so you guys out front was doing a nice job keeping it clean.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I wrecked on lap 1, and here we are 71, so, I mean, talk about a comeback, right? I mean, but no, I mean, once we got the little cautions out of the way, I feel like once the field spreads out, we're good to go, and it's been fairly fun out here, so I don't know about on the stream, but it's fun down here, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. It's just one of these tracks that's so big, and once it gets spread out, it kind of gets boring, especially if you're broadcasting by yourself.
Right. But no, I mean, I feel like, just tire conservation is really what's going to make a difference here, and who just ever gets out in front of that last pit stop.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what we get, like I said.
Yeah, well, good luck to you fighting off your teammates.
All right, John, appreciate it, man. Have a good stream.
Yeah, thank you. Here we go again, guys. 81, Zachary Compton, your race leader. His teammate Parker Collins to his outside, and 45, their other teammate down on the inside. Great push there by the 45. He's giving all over the back bumper of the 81. So here's like a numbers game. You got 3 tiny dogs, then 2 high-pricked cars back here in 4th and 5th. See, Compton chose to take fuel only to see if he can do anything different. That's going to bring out another caution number 11 or 12 for tonight. See if we can once again find out who may be involved. C92, he's taking pit road, but first we're going to rewind this thing and happen further up in the field. Ugh. Derek Line in the 88 goes for a little ride here. once again, we'll look at it. When he's involved, see the 88, he does his little flipperoo thing, and I'm sure he's going to be bugging Nick and Keith about giving him some bonus points for that little magic trick that he just put on there. He's just like, hey guys, hold my beater and watch this. I don't know if Nick, Keith, if you guys are listening, I don't think he deserves some bonus points for that. I'm just kidding. I know you guys can't give bonus points out for stuff like that, but hey, if you could, why not? Seems like lap after lap, this field gets just a little bit smaller each time.
Green flag.
Fortitude's in the outside wall. He had to go up just a little bit to make sure he didn't get ran over by the 28 car, and 42 may have moved up just a little too much there. He's going to lose all kinds of positions as he's falling back. He was moving forward, and that's not the case anymore. Once again, Keith falling. He's back up here inside the top 10. Oh, they're cutting it close there on that corner. Compton lost a few positions. He did not take tires on a couple cautions ago. He decided to gamble and take fuel only, and he might be paying the price now. He was mentioning tire conservative and see how it works out for him. I think I'd want tires and fuel. It just depends on how much you abuse your tires. As Keith took that spot away, and here comes Derek Line in the 88 trying to neck a spot away as well. Compton might be fighting back just a little bit. He's trying anyway. He's holding on right now. I thought he was going to fall back even more than he did, but he hasn't as of yet. And here comes Derek Line in the 88 trying to work underneath of him and battle it out for this position here. Compton goes way up the racetrack there in turn 1. Derek Schelling in the 87's trying to follow his teammate. You got the 10 of Medina. All three of those guys are teammates. And here comes Compton giving Derek a pretty good push. Battle for second is Felix. He's trying to work underneath 45 of Darian here, and he's may bring his teammate John up here with him. John sounds like he got a little loose there off corner exit. Felix trying to put the power down and make a move. Can't quite do it yet. Contact between the 5 and the 45. They keep it straight and we'll keep staying green here. Meanwhile, out front, Parker has opened up his lead to a pretty good sized margin. like some of these drivers were saying here earlier, it's so hard to pass here. Yeah, this track is so big and you think that there's a lot of room to pass, but you gotta have help to pass on the straightaways, it seems like. And you gotta be extra careful to pass in a tunnel turn. Meanwhile, Keith, he's doing a pretty good job of holding off the 87, the 88, and the 10 car. It's been quiet, Keith has, for the most part of the night. He started near the back and eventually found his way up here inside the top 10. Keith now losing a spot, maybe 2, possibly 3. See Lewis and Compton back there. Lewis is making up ground. He's passing, trying to get around Derek Line there in the 88. Now he's going to look on the 0 or 9, I thought, but he still couldn't get around the 88 there. I really am digging Lewis's paint scheme. Definitely different. I don't expect any more cautions tonight, but never know. Ten and the 87 are doing a fairly nice job of trying to close the gap in, working well together. Trying to get around this 45. See, there it goes up the racetrack quite a bit. There's just enough there to stay off that outside wall. Teammates battling out for second. Felix is one of those guys that doesn't speak a whole lot. He's from Mexico. He won the inaugural Daytona 500 for this league. Giving his teammate there a nice healthy push to try to close the gap in on Parker, but I'm not sure that anybody at this point is going to have what it takes to get around Parker tonight. Parker has 5 wins on the season.
Caution.
Looking for win
Pointing out.
number 6, and that is going to bring out a caution again. Just when I didn't think we'd have any more cautions, we have another one. Let's try to find what may have been the cause for this one. See Nick Compton back out on track. I don't see anything. I don't think I had anything to do with the 48. Ah, I did. Yeah, Alan Bledsoe in that 42 behind him. 48 gets really high right here. Huh. Not sure what to say about that one. That looked like it's tried to side draft gone wrong, but anyway, we got pit lane is open, and I'm sure everybody is getting 4 fresh tires and fuel. You can see the right sides are up on Parker's car, so as the 20, the 88 right side comes up. Left side is going up now, 54 is away, the 20 is away. 87 is away. Hey John, it's John up in the booth, you got me?
Oh yeah, 10-4.
You and Felix done a pretty solid job working well together before the caution came out. Think you've got what it takes now that you guys will regroup to get around Parker up here?
Oh, we were gaining a little bit, but we're trying the best, trying the best that we can. But I'm gonna do my best Kyle Busch impression here and say the car sucks, track sucks, everything about this track sucks. This race is too long. What else can I come up with? What doesn't suck is you guys up in the booth. You're doing a great job.
Uh,
Except you have to watch this.
we're trying. I'm not gonna lie. I think this race should have been about 80 laps instead of 120, but that's my opinion, you know.
Yeah, I think that's a favorable one.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why it should have been 120, but I'm not an official. I'm just a broadcaster. But regardless, you got a decent car tonight. You've been hanging inside the top 10.
It hasn't been bad. I bought this track about 45 minutes before we went to green flag here, so the practice was very low. But we kind of got some speed near the end here. I'm gonna try and try something interesting here for the end.
Well, that's why you got that best Kyle Busch impression. That's limited practice time.
Exactly.
All right, well, we'll let you get back to it, and good luck.
Thanks, guys.
It's gonna be different. You got 20 of Lewis up here. He's gonna be starting on the outside row with Parker.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out. Everybody gets rolling here. 3 wide, about mid-pack. He's falling on that top side. Medina's gonna be stuck in the middle to get it sorted out there. Parker's leading this long train of cars through the hills of Pocono. Derek Schilling bouncing off that outside wall. Heath Fallen's going to have a pretty good run on him, and here comes Derek's teammate in that 10 car. Medina is going to take that spot away using that outside lane. Tell you, this is a long race, 120 laps at this place. I'm not in a race official, but I really feel like it should have been about an 80 lap race or so. Holy smokes, is this race long. It's been good though. John's trying to get around his teammate using that inside lane. Looks like he's going to take that position away pretty easily. Derek Line up to third now. Right in front of him is Lewis. Rye Lewis. Two laps to go in tonight's race. Oh, John, he's got a pretty good run there on the 20 car just in front of him. He's gonna get a push from the 5, but he does not. John up to second now. Here, bringing his teammate with him in that 5 car. Felix is up to third. Lewis drops back down to 4th, possibly 5th. He's under pressure and from the 88 car of Derek Line. John and Felix need to work together here to see if they can track down the leader. Parker does got a pretty good size lead though. Here he is there, just passing the start-finish line, going back down to turn 1 here. Looking back from Parker's rear view, you can see the gap difference between first and second. And that's what it's like for the bumper off the 28 car. Is just trying to get valuable time made up on the 54. Great battle for second. The 5's gonna take the second spot away, and here comes Lewis there in that 20 car, giving the 5 a pretty good push. I'd like to thank everybody who has stayed with us. This has been over a 2-hour race so far. I know some people get bored and want to do their own thing, but we've had a few people stick around for the whole race. I definitely want to thank you for that. A little bit of gas saving out of the 28. He's saving. Along with the 20, the 5. Let's go up here and ride with the race leader, the 54, Colin, and see what he's doing. He as well is trying to save fuel. It's going to come down to fuel strategy these guys are thinking. Wonder how short they might be. I gets a little bit sideways. He's not doing much saving compared to some of these other guys. Let's listen to the HT Gaming boys, seeing how they're trying to save fuel and run hard at the same time. See, second, third, and fourth, they really haven't lost too much ground to Parker. Not a whole lot. Parker's got about a 2-second lead. Here, Parker, he's still saving fuel. He's trying anyway. He knows he is short. He's saving fuel and maintaining the gap a little bit. It's always a positive thing when you can do both. Maintain that gap and save fuel at the same time. There'll be 8 laps to go when they cross the line here. On board with Felix. Barely keeps it off that outside wall. Hyprix Gaming teammates starting to close in just a little bit on our race leader. You gotta wonder, you don't want to be pushing it too far or too hard. You don't want to take a chance of running out of fuel, but that could happen. You can hear that Parker once again shutting off his car. As there is 6 stops to go this time by. Still a long ways to go. A lot of gas saving you must do to make it 6 more laps around this place. Parker opened up that lead about a second and a half now. We saw it down to 1.3 earlier. Five laps to go in tonight's race. Parker is looking to pick up his 6th win of the season and open up his point lead even bigger, as next week is the championship race at Homestead down in Florida. Also, next Wednesday night, I will be broadcasting my final race over on the PlayStation 4 side for 3 Wide Racing. I will not be able to continue their season over there for those guys, since I will be hitting the night shift in a couple weeks. But you can catch the action on YouTube, anybody who's interested. There's 4 laps to go in tonight's race. Looks like Parker's teammate just there in the 45 right in front of him. This could benefit Parker a little bit. He can use the draft of the 45 to save a little here. But sure, the 45 is just going to possibly pull away. Are any of these guys going to have enough fuel to make it to the end? Or are they all going to run out coming to the checkers? We will find out with 3 laps to go. 4 laps to go, excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's 3 laps. Looking at the scoring monitor. Wrong, so I apologize. Got Hoots right there in front of Parker. Parker may have saved enough. Nope, he's continuing to save here as the 25 is going to get out of the way. 2 laps to go when he crosses the line. Felix and Trainer closing in just a little bit. That gap is underneath his under the second now. Back over a second. Last lap. We have finally reached lap 120. It's been a long race. Thank you again for those of you who stuck it out with us. Seems like these guys are going to have enough fuel. Parker's saving still was a bit surprising. He's still underneath of his own power. Win number 6 for Parker as he gets it done. Congratulations to him. There is one more race between him and a championship next Friday night at Homestead. Go ahead and bring Parker in the booth real quick. Hey Parker, it's starting up in the booth, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Congratulations on win number 6. You got one race left between you and a championship.
Yeah, one more. It was a fun race. Almost didn't make it there at the end. I started sputtering as soon as I crossed the start finish line, but yeah, that was fun. Shout out to the Tiny Dog Racing guys. They did an awesome job today. Didn't get the result they wanted, but you know, it was really fun. Bit of a struggle there the first half of the race, but you know, I came back, started getting into a rhythm, and you know, finished out strong.
So you definitely bounced back there in stage 2. You won stage 2 and then you won the race, so you should have a pretty good cushion going forward next week for the final race.
Yeah, I think so too. Unfortunate Riley ended up not having as good of a finish as he deserved, but yeah, all in all, we're gonna go into Homestead next week and you know, try and go win that race and the championship along with it.
Alright, well good luck to you next week. Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Hey Felix, it's John up in the booth. You got me, buddy.
Hi.
Man, I have not talked to you all year long. It's been one of those things, but how do you feel about finishing second tonight?
Uh, I was saving fuel the last 10-15 laps because I was seeing that it was not enough to get to the finish, and I was also praying for the yellow. But well, at the finish was a nice race for everyone.
Hats off to you. Let's go all the way back though, because I never did get your Daytona 500 interview in. So how does that feel, getting your first win of the season way back a long time ago, knowing that you're already in the playoffs?
Well, to be honest, I don't think that. Well, I don't think that I won that race. It was fortunately because the last lap the leader was out of the field, and I catch the opportunity and won that race.
Okay. Well, either way, you know, you still finished second tonight, so it's a good outing for you and your teammate there in the 28 car.
Yeah, nice job for him also. And well, see you next week on the finish of this season.
Yes, sir. We got one race left, and I'll be bringing in your teammate, so I'm gonna let you go. But good luck next week.
Yeah, thank you. See you.
Hey, John, it's John up in the booth. You got me.
Oh yeah, we got.
So you finished third. Not too bad. You said that you had a decent strategy. You thought for a guy who I talked to earlier that wanted to do his best Kyle Busch impression. I think you've done pretty good because when he gets on the radio during the race, he seems to finish inside the top five, and here you are coming home with a third place tonight.
Yeah, should I do like the Kyle Busch post race interview now?
Let's keep it PG.
Oh, you hate to see that. Yeah, it wasn't bad. I really thought Parker wasn't going to have enough to get to the end, and that's kind of what I was rolling on. I was saving through that whole caution, and once he started backing up to me, I knew he was saving, and I was about a lap to the good there at one point, and then started pushing, but tires and I could see Parker was starting to push again. I just couldn't get back up to him. Me and Vic were trying.
Yeah, he said that he actually sputtered when he took the checker there at the end of the race. So I know that if he would have started doing that in the triover or the tunnel turn down into three, that you guys would have really gained on him and probably passed him there. So he got lucky there.
Yeah, he ran out coming across the start finish line, so that's the best we could give him. But I think that's gonna put us. We're gonna need Parker to literally not show up next week. I think to be able to win a championship, and if he's smart, he's gonna show up.
Yeah, he'll be there. We know that he'll be there. So either way, good luck to you going next week, and you got season 2 coming up here in a couple weeks. So always something to look forward to.
Oh yeah, we'll kind of get prepared. We'll regroup on the off season. We'll get the team together, maybe make some changes. And but overall, good season. Thanking the sponsors, Concert Mood, GLA Trucking, and of course the boys. They've been big #1 supporters for a long time. So we'll try and put on a show next week at least.
All right, well, good luck and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, boys.
There you have it, folks. Tonight's top 3 finishers. Parker Collins comes away with another victory. Once again, next Wednesday night on the PlayStation 4 sites, the last race I will be doing over there, and the next Friday night here we will be crowning a champion. That is all for now, and I will be getting to bed because I have to get up an hour earlier. So good night, y'all.